hooligans, it's Jennifer, and today my hair is really messy. Woo. And I literally hate it, and it's just making me so mad right now. Get over yourself. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some DIY notebooks that I personally find very cute. Also, if you stay till the end of the video, you might find out how to win these notebooks. Also, some cool other school supplies that I'm throwing into a giveaway. I don't know what's happening, so you gotta stay till the end of the video to find out. How's there anyone subscribed to my channel? I'm literally so annoying. If you like this video, make sure to like it, not just emotionally. And subscribe if you haven't already and you like my videos. Also turn on that notification bell. And if you do turn it on and comment down below, you might be featured as shout out of the week at the end of my next video. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, boys and girls, we are starting off this video by making the cutest notebook that you have ever seen. Tell me this isn't the cutest thing you've ever seen. Tell me. Actually, don't tell me, because it is the cutest thing you've ever seen. It was a trick question. Unless you have never seen a banana in your life before, which is very doubtful, then you would probably know that we are making this super cute banana notebook. So, I started off with a spiral bound notebook that I got actually for 10 cents. Which isn't actually very relevant, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I am a freaking budget queen. First, I took this piece of mint slash turquoise cardstock and I just traced the cover onto that so that I had the right size. Alright, after I've cut that piece out, I'm going to move on to the bananas. I'm taking this piece of yellow cardstock. You can just use any kind of yellow paper that you have, or you can use white paper and color in the bananas later. Right here, I am just drawing out some mini bananas. This might take some practice, but honestly, they're not that hard. They're just like crescent shapes. You can look at some like banana clip art on Google and then kind of just follow that design. But if you are really struggling, you can just print out some bananas and color them in. I'm not making these bananas perfect, obviously, as you can see, because they do, I mean, some of them are just looking very wonky. But you know what? Over at JENerationDIY here, we do not discriminate against wonky looking bananas. That kind of came out wrong. But yeah, after you have all your bananas, it's time to cut them out. Alright, after I've cut out all my mini bananas, which are looking so cute right now, it was time to place them onto my notebook cover. So you want to arrange the bananas kind of like evenly throughout the paper, and once you've decided on your design, you can go ahead and grab a glue stick and just glue those down to the paper. And now it is ready to be glued onto the notebook, except that when I place this paper onto the notebook, you can actually see the spine of it. I kind of wanted to just cover that up, so I mixed up some acrylic paint that was as similar to the color of the paper as possible, and I just painted that onto the spine to cover up the black. Once that was all dry, I took a glue stick and my notebook cover and I just glued that straight on. And one of you is going to be able to win this if you stay till the end of the video. I'm literally so excited for you. I am so excited for you.
What's this?
I can't focus on what needs to get done. I'm on notice, open that shit around.
Alright, this next one might not be for everyone, but if you want to try out something abstract and pretty easy, I would recommend trying this out. So I grabbed this IKEA magazine because it has a bunch of like plain colors with not a lot of designs. I marked the pages with the most blank space with the color palette of my choice, and I just ripped those pages out. After that, I'm gonna take each piece of paper and rip out the section that I want. I would rip these larger rather than smaller because you can always go back and rip them smaller if you need to later, but you can't piece it together again like Humpty Dumpty. So at this point, I really didn't know which pieces I wanted to use yet, so I just ripped up all of them so that I could test and put these together later. Alright, for this next part, I'm just taking all of the pieces that I just tore out of the pages and I'm just placing them on the notebook, trying to arrange them in a fashion that looks good to my eye. I feel like you can make a bunch of these notebooks with different color palettes. You can do like a cool toned one, you can do a warm toned one, but after I've pieced together my notebook, it was time to glue it on. So what I actually did was I took a picture of it first because I was gonna have to take it all off in order to glue it back on. So I took a picture and then I took the pieces off and just referred to the picture when I was gluing everything back on. After I've glued everything on, there were some edges hanging over. You can either cut these off or you can fold them over to the back and glue them down, which is what I did. And once you're done that, you are finished with your, actually, no, I just lied. I felt that it was kind of incomplete, so I wanted to add a label to the front cover, and to do that, I just took a piece of yellow cardstock and I cut a rectangle out of it, and then I also grabbed another piece of white cardstock. I cut a piece of rectangle out of that, and then I glued the yellow cardstock down onto the notebook, and after that, I glued the white rectangle onto the yellow cardstock. Now you have your label and you can put whatever you want on it. I just wrote notes because I don't know what subject the person who's gonna win this will want to use this for, and here is the final notebook. Honestly, I was very doubtful when I was making this. I was like, this is gonna look terrible, this does look terrible, but I think it's actually grown on me. It's an abstract look. If you don't like it, it's all good, it's Gucci, but I think it looks kind of cool.
I'm a little bit intense, right? But can you blame me when you keep me on the fence like? And I've been waiting, hoping that you'd wanna text.
So this next notebook is probably the most my style. If you love plants, you're gonna love this one. I first took a white piece of cardstock that fit my notebook cover, and then I'm taking some watered down green paint, and I'm just creating a stem from the corner kind of to the middle, and then I'm gonna do the rest of the stems just so that I have a base for where I'm gonna place my leaves. Alright, so we're gonna create these kind of like palm tree leaves. In order to do that, I just created these strokes that went inwards towards the stem, but I hope you get what I'm doing just from watching the video. Alright, after I've done my light green, I'm moving on to a darker like forest green. So basically I just added some black paint to that original green, and with that paint I'm just going over the leaves that I already had and also filling in between the leaves that I had. I'm adding this just so that it gives some more dimension to the leaves. I'm also adding a couple of these dark green leaves in the corner just to fill up some space, and then I decided that I wanted to go over the stem with the dark green paint, and then I continued filling in the leaves for the other two branches. I feel like these leaves definitely got a lot better than the first one that I did, but altogether I think it turned out pretty good. And once that was dry, I went ahead and stuck that onto the notebook using some glue, and as you can see, I also painted the spine of the notebook white just so that it would match with the plant cover, and there you have your plant notebook. I'm having such a big plant phase right now. Let me know if you guys are loving plants right now too, because they are just the love of my life currently. Alright, this next notebook design may seem kind of familiar to those of you who have been OG subscribers, because I made a shirt with this moon phase design before, but I wanted to try it on a notebook and see how it would turn out. So what I did was I grabbed a piece of black cardstock and cut it to size, and now I'm gonna make a moon stencil. So basically that's just a circle stencil, and I'm taking this salt shaker actually, which was the perfect size for the circle, and I just traced it onto this piece of yellow paper. After I've traced that out, I'm gonna cut out that circle very carefully with my scissors. Okay, so I decided to have 9 phases of the moon on my notebook cover. So first of all, I'm tracing out my middle moon in the middle of the notebook just so that I can line everything up according to that middle moon. And then I'm gonna continue to draw the rest of the 8 circles onto the paper. And this is just so that I have an idea of where to paint. Now I'm taking that same stencil and going to the first moon, and I'm taking a sponge and some white acrylic paint, and I'm dabbing very, very lightly on the right side of the circle, and I'm making kind of like an outline of a semicircle, and I'm doing this very lightly because you can always build up more paint, but you can't take it away. So once I was done that little crescent moon, I moved on to the second circle. Now I'm doing the same thing as the first circle, except I'm making the crescent a little bit bigger, just dabbing that white paint on. Remember when dabbing was a thing? Actually, is it still a thing? I don't know, I feel like a grandma. I don't know the trends anymore. And then I'm moving on to the third circle. So for this one, I did kind of like a half moon, and then for the fourth one, I did 3/4. And the technique to doing this is to make some areas wider than others, and that's why sponge is perfect for this, because it's soft and creates kind of this blurry effect. For the middle one, obviously it's the full moon, and then I'm just continuing with the rest of the moon phases, and everything is going to be the same except everything is kind of on the opposite side. So instead of dabbing on the right side of the circle, you're going to dab on the left side of the circle and finish off your moon phases. And now it's time to just glue it onto your notebook. I could totally see this being sold in a store or something, not to like gas myself up or like boost my own ego, but I actually feel like it looks pretty cool and I'm pretty proud of this. So you made it to the end of the video. Congrats for sitting through an entire video of me just being annoying. Now is the part that you've been waiting for. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you think these notebooks are actually really ugly so you don't want to win these, but I hope that you actually like these notebooks because I am giving them away. So obviously we have the 4 notebooks that you will get, but also I'm throwing in a couple more school supplies just to spice things up. So first of all, I got you guys this really cute planner from Yubi. It's like leaves. Took me so long to get that word into my brain. Yeah, this is a planner from 2018 to 2019, which I think will come in very handy. And then I got you guys some highlighters. These are mini ones, also from Yubi. These are all from Yubi, BT dubs. And then you'll also be getting these earbuds. It comes with like a case and everything, and I think it's really cute. It's like hot pink. Got you guys some earbuds to jam out, hopefully not during class because you should be paying attention, but maybe some other time to chill out, watch it. I don't know, I just got reminded of like Avril Lavigne for some reason. And lastly, you'll be getting this really cute pineapple pencil case. That is that. And yeah, those are the things that you'll be winning in the giveaway. Okay, so all you have to do for this giveaway is be subscribed to this channel, JENerationDIY. That's because I want to give back to you guys who are like active and loyal and actually watch my videos and all that kind of stuff. And then just comment down below what your favorite class is and you are entered. Also, if you want to, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JENerationDIY to, you know, just stay up to date with me and we can chill and talk and be friends. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shout out of the week is right here. That is pretty much it. I will see you guys next time. Bye!